Hello, welcome back again. This one is the fourth chapters, which is what terpenoid. So today we try to depict the terpenoid, which is very important class of secondary metabolites from the natural products, and which can be used in the different industries, in medicine industry, in perfume industries, in food industries, in different detergent industries also as well. So I'm sure that the first three chapters, which is introduction to chemistry of natural products, which is chapter 1, chapter 2 is all about stereochemistry, and the chapter 3 is all about the steroids classes, which is very interesting. I'm sure that you can get some points from that chapters, and today we try to cover these terpenoids. So when you come back to directly to intersection, these terpenes, the name terpenes comes from Greek word terpentis. Terpenes is the name of pine tree from which a terpene containing resin are obtained for the first time. So these terpenes come from the name of that tree, which are being what resins inside. So this one is the structure or the figure of the tree, which is called terpenes tree. The name terpenoid come from these plant names, which is having what resins, secondary metabolite, which is very important in different pharmacological effects. So these terpenes, any class of hydrocarbon occurring widely in plants and animals, and empirically regarded as built up from an isoprene unit. Isoprene unit are the basic building block of different class of terpenoids, that mean. So a hydrocarbon consisting of 5 carbon atoms attached to the 8 hydrogen atom is known as isoprene units. The term is often extended to terpenoid, which are oxygenated derivative of these hydrocarbons. So terpene, the name terpene comes from the plant terpentis, whereas terpenoid means simply oxygenated terpenes. In both cases, the monomer or the building block is what? An isoprene unit, meaning having C5H8 structure. So the biological formation of terpene occurs by the combination of two molecules of acetic acid to give mevalonic acid, and the conversion of the latter means the mevalonic acid to isopentyl pyrophosphate, which contains the 5 carbon isoprene skeleton. Therefore it is acetic acid, which is what the precursors for this isopentyl pyrophosphate, which can be what reacted with mevalonic acid. So further transformation of isopentyl compound yields what true terpenes and a different class of terpenoids. So this terpene contains a carbon atom, atoms in a multiple of 5, that means. So they are made up of by joining 5 carbon isoprene units. Oxygen containing terpene are, as we mentioned before, it is terpenoid. So this isoprene unit can be seems this the structure can seems this one. So isoprene is a common name for 2-methyl buta-1,3-diene because of 2 double bond are there, with the name diene can be given. So this one is the structure of isoprene unit, which is a basic building block of what terpenes, having C5H8 molecular structure or molecular formula. So this isoprene unit have head and the tails. So this one isoprene unit contains the 5 carbon atoms. So this one is the structure of what isoprene units. So this isoprene unit can be what joined or bonded together to produce different class of terpenoids, and the carbon skeleton of the two isoprene units with the bond between the tail of one head and the head of another. So this isoprene unit can be combined together in head to tail manners rather than tail to tail or head to head manner. So it is head to tail manner that be combined together to produce different class of what isoprene, which having what a multiple of 5 carbon compounds. So this one is how it can be joined to produce what different classes of terpenoid. As you see here, carbol is what is spearmint oil, which is a monoterpene, a cyclic monoterpene. Actually, we have two types of monoterpene, cyclic monoterpene and acyclic monoterpene. This one is what a cyclic monoterpenes, which can be made from what isoprene units. Two isoprene units can be combined together in head to tail manner to produce what alpha farnesene. Alpha farnesene is a sesquiterpene found in the waxy coating on apple skins. So the classification of terpene can be depend on the carbon atoms. If the carbon atoms or the isoprene unit, two isoprene units can be combined together to produce 10 carbons, we say that monoterpene. If it is 3 isoprene unit or 15 carbon can be combined together to produce sesquiterpene, and if 20 carbon or 4 isoprene unit can be combined together to produce a diterpene. The same manner, sister terpene, triterpene, and the tetraterpene can be produced. More than this, there is also the polyterpene, which having what the carbon number more than 14. So this one is different class of terpene, but all terpene can be made from what? The isoprene units. So have a look at squalene. Squalene is a triterpene, which is a precursor of steroid molecules. We see this in chapter 3 also. The cholesterol synthesis can be takes place by the using what this precursor, which is known as squalene. Squalene is a terpenes, which means that having 13 carbon compound, which is made from what 6 isoprene unit. That means so 6 isoprene unit can be combined to produce this squalene. So a true terpene are usually grouped according to the number of isoprene units. So the monoterpene having what 10 carbon and containing 2 such units, that means sesquiterpene having what 15 carbon or 3 isoprene unit, diterpene having 4 isoprene unit, triterpene having what 6 isoprene unit, tetraterpene having what an 8 isoprene unit, and the rubber and the gutta-percha are the polyterpene having what 1000 to 5000 isoprene units are joined together in the long chain. So monoterpene, sesquiterpene, diterpene are abundant in the essential oil of the plant. So terpene contains several monoterpene, and the rosin acid are diterpenes. Do you know vitamin A, which is very important in vision or in the retina, is also made from this diterpene. This is an important diterpene. So the triterpene squalene obtaining from shark liver oil may be converted to cholesterol and maybe to many other steroids. So the carotenoid pigment are the best known tetraterpene, which is found in vitamin A also, because this carotenoid can be obtained from the carrot plant, which have what the vitamin A, which is very important in our retina. Lycopene and the beta carotene are a tetraterpene called carotenoids. So this lycopene and the beta carotene are actually they are tetraterpene, which having meant that 14 carbon compound, that it means so, which can be produced from what 8 isoprene unit can be combined in head to tail manners. Have a look at the chemistry of vision, which is retinol or which is retina. So this vitamin A can be oxidation or undergo oxidation or isomerization so as to produce different structure of the compound, which can be used for what's our vision. So our vision can be what's supported by vitamin A, and vitamin A, because of there is carotenoid. These carotenoid have the ability to activate rhodopsin, which is found in our retina. So the 5 carbon compound used for biosynthesis of terpene is isopentyl pyrophosphate. It is isopentyl pyrophosphate that can be made from acetyl-CoA as starter unit and the malonyl-CoA as extender units by using condensation reaction. This condensation reaction can lead to aceto-acetyl-CoA. This aceto-acetyl-CoA again react with malonyl-CoA to produce hydroxymethyl-glutarate-CoA. It is hydroxymethyl-glutarate-CoA can be converted to mevalonic acid. This mevalonic acid can be changed to what mevalonyl phosphates. So mevalonyl phosphate can be converted to isopentyl pyrophosphate, which is a precursor for different class of terpenoid. The conversion of mevalonic acid into mevalonyl phosphate can be undergo like this. This mevalonic acid can be react with adenosine. So this to produce what mevalonic pyrophosphates. So it is mevalonic pyrophosphate that we need for the production of isopentyl pyrophosphate. So it is a dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate which can be produced isopentyl pyrophosphate. So both isopentyl pyrophosphate and the dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate are needed for the biosynthesis of terpenoid or terpenes. So these dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate and isopentyl pyrophosphate can react to produce what? Geranyl pyrophosphate. It is geranyl pyrophosphate that give what? Monoterpenes, or a terpene having what? 10 carbon or 2 isoprenoid units. So it is geranyl pyrophosphate that can lead for the formation of cyclic monoterpene as well as acyclic monoterpenes. So the reaction seems this one. So it is geranyl pyrophosphate that lead to different class of cyclic monoterpene plus acyclic monoterpene, which can be submediated or can be undergo by different reaction like oxidation, reduction, and hydration. Also maybe hydroxylation and oxidation can be takes place to produce these different classes of what oil. Especially this oil can be used for different perfume industry as well as medicine industry. It is geranyl pyrophosphate that reacts with isopentyl pyrophosphate to produce what? Sesquiterpene, this intermediate for sesquiterpene, that is known as farnesyl pyrophosphate. It is farnesyl pyrophosphate that can be used for the formation of sesquiterpene. Not only sesquiterpene, this farnesyl pyrophosphate can also be dimerized so as to produce what? Squalene, which is the intermediate for triterpenes. So it is farnesyl pyrophosphate that can be undergo coupling reactions so as to produce squalenes. So the building block building of terpene from isoprene. Isoprene unit can be linked in head to tail to form a linear terpene, in ring to form a cyclic terpene also. So terpene can be either cyclic or acyclic terpenes, which can be made from myrcene is acyclic terpenes. In all cases, the head to tail manner combination of isoprene unit can be lead these products. Menthol is again cyclic terpenes, which can be obtained from these interesting plants, menthol or peppermint, which is very important in different formulation as well. In integrated physical pharmacy, you know that this peppermint oil can be used for what? Producing different jellies, ointments, and suppositories. So this menthol can be obtained from these interesting plants. So this terpene has been oxidized to terpenoid. You know that simply oxidation of terpene lead to a terpenoid. So this one is not new for you. Abstin, a cyclic terpene, terpenoid. Again, it is two-zone, which can be very important in different local drinks. Is absinthe is historically described as a distilled highly alcoholic, which is the alcohol content is 45 to 75% beverage. It is anise flavored spirit derived from botanicals, including the flowers and the leaves of Artemisia, Absinthium, or grand wormwood, and together with given green anise, sweet fennel, and other medicinal culinary herbs. So absinthe traditionally has been a natural green color, but may also be a colorless. Do you know this plant, Artemisia absinthiis? So actually, this Artemisia absinthinum, the species of Artemisia, which is especially found in Ethiopia, Artemisia annua, which is very important in traditionally. It can be used not only traditional in modern industry. It can also be used for what the culinary effect of what anti-malarial effects, the one that can be found in Ethiopia. Artemisia annua is very important. Actually, it seems this Artemisia absinthinum, but they have quite different in their secondary metabolites that found in these plants. So camphor, a cyclic terpenoid, also it's also obtained from camphor. And the different medicine can be originated from this camphor. Especially you have to produce different compounding by using this camphor for different pharmacological effects. So camphor tree seems this one. So this one is a picture of camphor tree, which have the source of what? Camphor. Yes, this one is alpha-selenin, a cyclic terpene. Again, it can be made from 3 iso per unit, which means that farnesyl pyrophosphate. So it is farnesyl pyrophosphate which can give what? Sesquiterpene. So I'm sure that this plant is found also in Ethiopia. It is very important for different traditional healing effects, especially to have diuretic effects in animals. This plant, I don't know about, whether it is tested for human being or not, but I'm sure that this plant can be used for diuretics effect of animals in different part of Ethiopia. So this alpha-selenin can be obtained from this plant. Yes, this one is interesting food that we know. Carrots, which have what? A beta carotene, linear tetraterpenes, which having what? 8 iso per unit, which means that 14 carbons atoms are there. So it is what? Tetraterpene, which is very important for vision in our body. This beta carotene also. So again, when you come to the revision of classification, these isoprenoids are broadly classified according to the number of iso per unit. C5H8 unit can contain, and they arrange in size from volatile also of molecular formula C10H8 to giant molecules such as that of natural rubber, which is a polymer industry, which contains about 4,000 iso per unit. So the following class are recognized as monoterpene, sesquiterpene, diterpene, triterpene, and tetraterpene. At the end, there is also polyterpenes, which having what? N number of iso per unit combined together to produce what? This polymer. So many iso per unit isoprenoid possesses carbon skeleton that may be regarded as a built up from iso per unit linked head to tail. That is, carbon atom 1 of one unit is bonded to carbon atom of fourth of the next, that it means. So in head to tail manner mean this one. So in general, the classification of terpenoid depend on the number of iso per unit in a given structure. So the formation of additional bond in a variety of ways lead to the monocyclic, bicyclic, and the further subclasses in which one, two, or large number of rings are present. So beta myrisine are acyclic monoterpene, limonene a monocyclic monoterpene, alpha-pinene is a bicyclic monoterpene, vitamin A, unoxygenated monocyclic diterpenes exemplify this further classification, and the dot line in the structure formula indicate that the division of the carbon skeleton into iso per unit. So this dot line indicate the division of iso per unit in simply. So beta myrisine, limonene, alpha-pinene, the vitamin A are different classes of terpenoids. These all are the different classes of terpenoids. So you have to see it's monoterpene are there. For example, like citronella oil and the citronellol, which is having OH, mean that citronellal having an aldehyde functional group. Menthol are there, so geraniol by itself, citral, and the pseudo-ionone means that pseudo means false. So this seems what the false ketone functional group, that means this different class of monoterpenes. Sesquiterpene also have there our cyclic structure of sesquiterpene, triterpene like beta myrisine, tetraterpene like lycopene, and the beta carotene also, and also abietic acid, which we see in chapter 1, which is a secondary metabolite, also at the classes of these terpenoids. So this one is the last about this terpenoid. So under this topic, I'm sure that you have to understand and you have to grasp some points, which is very important for your career in general. So in general, this terpenoid is very important in medicine industry, in perfume industry, rubber industry, and different supplement or food and the nutrition industry also use this different class of terpenoid. So you have to read and you have to listen this audio carefully, and you have to take some point from it, and at the end of the day you have to meet your objective of the course at the end. So this one is a point under this topic. So when it comes to quiz, here I have put 4 or 5 summary question for you. So you have to answer this question by listening the audio carefully and reading different reference for further if you need. So you have to read this topic. Actually it is a mixture of question are there. Some question are from this terpenoid class and some question is from alkaloid. I'm sure that the next chapter is all about alkaloid, which is chapter 5. I will prepare a nice audio or video for you till that, but you have to read and try to answer by your question. This one is brainstorming question actually, so you have to answer the question, especially question number 5 and the number 4 is very important, having reward for you. So if you can try to the answer on the comment section of our channel by subscribing the channel and sharing and like the channel first, then you have to keep your answer on the comment section of the channel, so you have to get the airtime rewards for you. So you have to answer the 2 question on the comment section of the channels. So your answer is have what reward. So but try to answer the remaining 3 question for you. The first one is what is terpenoid and where is terpenoid used. I mentioned in the video, I'm sure that, and identify the class of terpenoid based on the isopre unit. We can try to classify terpenoid based on different based on the number of isopre unit into different class. So you have to answer this question. And the next question is why alkaloid is basic in nature, and the fourth question number 4 is why alkaloid is said to be spectacular, and the last question is which one is an opioid drug having an alkaloid. It is a choice question, so you have to answer only the answer. Maybe if the answer is A, you can write on the comment section A, and if it is B, you have to answer the question the answer as B, and if it is C, and the same is true for if it is D. So for question number 4 and the number 5, you have reward, but your answer must be written at the comment section of the channels, and your answer must be what given before 48 hours of this uploading the video. Once the video can be uploaded within 48 hours, you have to answer and take your rewards. So the first 3 person who can answer the question firstly can get the reward. The remaining individual or audience cannot get the reward. So fast answer or the faster the answer you give is the the chance to get reward is very high. That means. So thank you very much for watching this video tutorial. So at the end of the day, I have I was saying that please don't leave without subscribing the channel and sharing for your fellow friends who to benefit from the channel. And until next video of chapter 5 on alkaloid, nice to meet you, and I will hope best wish for you, and